All right, boys and girls, here is our introduction to decimals. I went ahead and made this diagram, and I wanted to kind of talk through it with you. Anytime that I like to introduce decimals, I like to talk about money, because that's typically what we're the most familiar with. Even though we haven't really learned decimals yet, or really seen them before, we have seen them with money. So I want to make sure that you're familiar with it in a friendly way. So right here I put $1. We see $1 right there. And when we write it, you notice how we have the dollar sign in the very front. We always do the dollar sign in front. And we have a 1 representing $1. And we have our decimal right here. That decimal is splitting up the whole dollar. And whatever's on the right side of that decimal is going to represent cents. So since right here we just have a dollar, we have $1 and 0 cents. Okay? So, or we could say we have one whole dollar. All right, and that is how we represent $1. When we see it at the store, it's typically written like that. I know sometimes at the store things are usually written 99 cents and things like that, but that is how we write $1. When we move down to a quarter, we represent it as, see here, we don't have a dollar, but we do have 25 cents. A quarter is worth 25 cents. So that is written with the dollar symbol, 0.25 or 25 cents. And a quarter is 1/4 of a dollar. Another way you could say that is you can combine 4 quarters and you would make one whole dollar. All right? Hopefully we're all pretty familiar with money. I know that a lot of us use it. All right, now we're gonna go down to our dime, and see here with our dime, we also have the dollar bill sign in the front. We don't have a whole dollar, we just have 10 cents. So we have our 0.1 or 0.10, 10 cents for a dime, okay? And a dime is 1/10 of a dollar. Another way you could say that is 10 dimes make a dollar. So if we only have one dime, that's 1/10. If we go down to our nickel is worth 5 cents. We write that with a 0 for $0. And notice how we do the 0.5. We can't write 50 because that would be 50 cents. So we have to put our place value 0 here, 0.5 for 5 cents. All right? If we were to write it with a 50, it would be completely off. It would be 50 rather than just 5, okay? And a nickel is 1/20 of a dollar. Another way to think of that is you would have to put 20 nickels together to equal to be a dollar. So if we only have one of those, that's 1/20. Last but not least, we've got our penny here. Penny is represented with the dollar sign, 0 for $0. We have our decimal, 0.1, because we have 1 cent. And we have to put our 0 there to represent that we have no 10 cents or anything like that. That is our place value that we have to put. If we put 0.10, that would mean we had 10 cents. See that difference here? We have 10 and we have 1 here. We have to put our 0 there in front of the 1. Okay, see that difference between the dime and the penny? 10 cents, 1 cent right there. And 1 penny is 1/100th of a dollar. Another way you can think of that, again, is how many pennies do you have to combine to make one whole dollar? One whole dollar? You'd have to combine 100 of them. So 1 penny is 1/100th of a dollar. All right? So that is our diagram of decimals using money. In our next video, we'll go ahead and talk more about how to write decimals, especially talking about this column right here. All right?